Hello everybody and welcome to Fantastic Fun Folds Night. It's Monday night, 8 p.m. Yes, 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, and I go live with my Fantastic Fun Folds. Okay, Facebook is telling me that I need to be notified when I go live. I receive all notifications. Sure. I'd love to be notified when I'm live. Anyway, my name is Tatiana and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia. I am a craft lover, addict almost. We can almost, not quite. But I love paper crafting and I love making cards. And my Monday night series is Fantastic Fun Folds, so I'm sharing different ways that you can make your handmade cards more unique by doing a different type of opening, because the kind of book opening is just, they're for store-bought cards, they're for, you know, them. This is for creativity. So hello, thank you for everyone who's jumping on. You know you're watching live if you see the red live there. That means I'm live on Facebook. Addicts just like us all love it, Judy. If there's no live there, red, or if you're watching on YouTube, please still do say hi and let me know your thoughts and comments, because I still read them all. So enough chit chatter. Hello Amanda. Let's head to the craft desk and get making. So I thought tonight we will use, what's it called again? The Peaceful Poppies DSP. This is very pretty, and so I've picked that for the front, and a coordinating color is Rich Razzleberry. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm using. Or did I grab? No, I definitely grabbed Rich Razzleberry. The other coordinating color is Blackberry Bliss, but that's a little too dark for my liking per se. Hello Amanda and Regina from Germany. So let's get prepping. I am going to cut my card base first, and today I need it to be 21 centimeters wide by 14.8 centimeters, and I didn't write down the score lines. Oh, and the score line is at 10.5. So in Imperial, if you're using letter cardstock, you're cutting your cardstock at 8.5 inches by 5.5 inches, and then scoring at 4.25. Might just write the score line. Score. I've got notes on the side of here, and I forgot to write the score lines. Oh, and the second score line. So that one was at 10.5. And the second score line can be at 5.2, and in inches that is 2 1/8. Wrote that down so I can put that up on my blog. So everything will be shared on my blog. And I haven't said what we're making today, but I did put it in the description. I totally forgot. We're doing a landscape easel card. So previous easel card I did was portrait, and today we're doing landscape for just something different. Hello Vicky and Jessica. So I'm just burnishing that score, and then I'm opening it up and folding this in and burnishing that, and then we need to create, so that will sit, I'm putting it sideways so that you can see how it would sit, like so. And we also need a card front, which is 14.8, which is what we've left here on the other half. In Imperial it would be 5.5, and then I'm cutting this at 10.5 centimeters, or in Imperial at 4.25. Okay, thanks for joining me. And that creates our front. Then I've already pre-cut a piece of Whisper White, which will be our card insert, and that is at 14.3 and 10 centimeters. In Imperial, it's 5 1/4 by 4 inches. And what we need, I'm kind of semi-assembling it over here so you can see how it's all coming forward. I want to put a piece of DSP on the front of mine tonight, and that is the same size as our insert there. So that was 10 centimeters by 14, yes, I've got it right, 14.3. Or if you're in Imperial, that's 5 1/4 by 14, oh, not 14, by 4 inches. And that just gives us a nice little border as well around. And one last piece that we need for the easel is essentially we need something to stop the easel from collapsing to hook onto. And tonight I'm going to just use a strip of cardstock, and that strip will be, I haven't decided where I want to do it, 2 centimeters. Yeah, let's cut it at 2 centimeters just because. Hi Kay, what am I welcome for? Thanks for joining me. Yeah, 2 centimeters. So I mean, it doesn't really matter what width or height, technically this is the width, height you do this, it's up to you. So 2 centimeters is just under an inch, so let's say for the inches 3/4 inch, and 14.3 centimeters in Imperial, that's 5 1/4. I can put these bits to the side, and I can take my paper trimmer and put it away, and let's do some assembling. Bits that I know that I want to assemble. First off, I'll do the card insert using my favorite adhesive, the multi-purpose liquid glue. Other people call it the green glue, or yep, to what? Okay, I'm still not following. Other people call this Tombow because it is Tombow brown. Whatever you call it, I like it because it gives me some wiggle room. I'm also going to adhere down the DSP to the card front. And this, what I'm talking about when I say wiggle room is that I can move this down around even though the glue's there before it sets, so that it gives me that even border. And then we're going to adhere the glue just to that bottom front bit of our card front, and then line this up. And the best way to do that is just to tap it on the table, give it a little bit of a press, and then hey presto. You can see that keeps opening up, but that's all right. We will sort that out when we put that bit in. Essentially, I'm just going to turn that to the side so that you can see there's our easel. It's exactly the same as the portrait easel card, just flipping, rotating all the dimensions around 90 degrees, so from portrait to landscape. Now, to decorate our card, I have pre-cut this. This is from the Painted Label dies, and then that's in basic black. And then I've cut a circle from the Layering Circle dies. So there's a lot of dies tonight, sorry guys. But it's going to be pretty to put in there. And I saw a really neat little tip on Pinterest today. So this is another sheet of the Peaceful Poppies DSP, and these are the dies that coordinate. Well, not coordinate with the DSP. These are poppy moment dies. And these cut out backings, and I've cut out the outlines as well of some poppies. But what's a fun little tip, trick, something different, is that you can use these dies to die cut out this paper. Now, the paper isn't cutting it exactly, but then you get very pretty coloured poppies with very little effort. So that tip came from Patty Bennett in the States. So I'm going to run that through my die cutting machine quickly. How super neat is that? Honestly, that is so cute. And then you can take the outline dies and line them up. But and you still get the patterns underneath. Now I want another one of those little ones. So I did some pre-cutting. These outline dies are from the same die set, the Poppy Moments dies, and these are carrying over onto the new, into the new catalogue. So I'm just going to die cut that one out as well. Frankly, I think that is so stinking cute. That's so, how cute is that? It is a great tip, Jessica, isn't it? I might just lower the camera now that I've done the cutting. And I'm not too fussed about the outlines being exact. Or glued, should I say exact? Yes, I'm putting them in the exact positioning too, so making sure the edges kind of line up, but not glue down every single bit. I like the loose there. I don't know why that reminded me, but please nominate somebody you would like to receive this card in the mail, and your nomination could be selected to receive it on your behalf. So I'll send it. As long as the nominee is in Australia, I am happy for you to nominate, just to bring a little bit of sunshine in these weird COVID days. Thank you, Jessica. It's the Stamping Up cardigan. So there are our flowers, and I thought that would be fun to put on the front of the card there. Now, I feel, my personal taste is that this is way too busy, but I still really like the busy DSP in the background. So my trick for this is to add a bit of vellum. And if you see, now that DSP in the background dies down. Happy birthday, Judy. Of course, I did send you a birthday message. I'm like, I don't know why I'm so surprised it's your birthday. I did message you. Well, post on your wall. Oh, but yes, Vicky is a lovely nomination. Anyway, so as I was saying, the vellum really tones down that DSP. It's still there. It's still adding to the card, but it's not as distracting with everything that we put on top. So I'll just need to trim that down, and I'm going to create that vellum piece to be exactly the same size as the DSP. So that was 10 centimeters by 14.3. If you're in Imperial, that would be 5 1/4 inches by 4 inches. And the trick to adhering vellum is to put the glue underneath. Just deciding, yeah, we're going to go here. So this is going to sit slightly off. So we're going to put the glue right here so that it will be covered by our other elements. As the glue dries, you'll be able to see it through the vellum, but that's okay because you won't see it once we put everything together. We need to stamp something before we move on. Hello Priscilla, thanks for joining. You've missed a fabulous DSP cutting tip, but you can see I just die cut the DSP and then added the black on top. Now, let's see. I was thinking, I'm using a mishmash of stuff today. Your friendship. Yep, I like it. Stamp it, ship it. That's all right, Priscilla. You can watch the replay. And I'm going to stamp that in Rich Razzleberry. So this is what I do sometimes when you're not sure what sentiment you want to use. I just kind of put down the stamp onto the cardstock. It's not quite the same, but it is certainly a great preview. Beautiful. Perfect stamping. I do love the red rubber stamps. They give you such perfect impressions. Just give that stamp a clean. And what I'll do is add time for a new trombone. Add that to that. Yep. So I just arranged to see how I like it. So this is slightly off center, and that is very much on purpose. I want it to be off center. Now this flower can hang off the edge if I wanted it to. Actually, you might even put the flowers up on dimensionals. There they are. There are my dimensionals. Four on there. And 2 dimensionals on this one. Making sure I'm not covering up that beautiful sentiment. That one down there. If you wanted, you could add some leaves, but I'm not going to. I was thinking maybe a bow. Let's see. Ooh, got a small piece of this Whisper White Crinkle seam binding. Is it called seam binding? Turn it around. Crinkled seam binding, I was right. Ribbon. I think we can go without the ribbon. Thank you, Judy. And the final bit to kind of finalize the easel part of it is adding this strip, which I have cut to be the exact same width as the Whisper White. Now that's not going to hook as well as placing it on dimensionals. So that little bit of dimensional will give our easel card somewhere to hook onto and stand up. You may think that's a little too many. Oh, dropped it. Too many dimensionals, but I just wanted to make sure it sat. And I'm going to have that flower sit so that it doesn't overhang on that edge. I want it to overhang on the bottom edge, simply because that's where the card is hooking onto, and that could stop that process. So I'm just adding the glue to the top half of the flower and placing it down here. And now I can add a dimensional to the bottom to support that. And bing, bang, boom. And then that allows us to line it up. So I'm lining it so that it's, look, I'm not measuring out where I'm placing that. My point is that the flower is within the card limits. And there we have it. Kind of turning it around sideways. I don't know if that actually helps, but profile does help. You can see profile wise that now hooks quite nicely on, and that's our little easel card. And what's nice about the flower on this side is that it complements, I don't know why I'm showing it that way, it complements the flowers on here. You love it, Judy? Excellent. Now, what to do on the envelope is the big question. I know what we'll do on the envelope. Oh, well, no, I suppose we, I was going to say let's do some, I know. Envelope flap. Yes. We will simply decorate the envelope flap with, just finding my mechanical lead pencil. There it is. So I'm just tracing the envelope flap. Doesn't matter if you get pencil marks on the flap because we're about to cover them up. So this ties in quite nicely with the inside, well, not so much the inside of the card, but ties nicely in with the card theme. It's a simple, elegant solution for decorating. Thank you, Renee. I'm not sure I want to give this card away. No nominations. No, I'm kidding. Please keep the nominations coming, because I would love this card to go to a beautiful home. And now we'll just glue that down. I will add, just for kicks, the glue to the envelope flap today. It is beautiful. So if you'd like this paper, order it now, because you have until next week and it's gone. Now, one tip is that the moisture from the glue can transfer onto the sticky seal thing. So just dry your envelope flap flat away from the envelope so that that moisture doesn't accidentally semi-seal the envelope. But then once it's dry, it's absolutely no problem. I think I need to make a few more of these. These are cute. I am really happy with how that has turned out. So yes, if you want this DSP, it is only available till the end of this month. No, until the 3rd of June. So you can shop online at bit.ly/shop with Tatiana. I have my hostess code, May host code, and use that to get free gifts. And I'm trying to see if I can bring up the host code because I can't remember it off the top of my head. Oh, come on. Posts, photos. Nope. The host code is in the video description. And that gives you a free gift. And then I also have a customer loyalty program. For every $50 you spend, you get a sticker, collect 10 stickers, and you'll get a free $50 product from me just for shopping with me. So thank you so much for spending some time with me. Here's another fantastic fun folds. Let me know what fun folds you'd like to see in the future as well. I'm happy to go with suggestions. Otherwise, I will come up with another suggestion for next week. Thanks for spending time with me, and see you on Wednesday. Bye for now.